Hello, I'm Ms. Burse. Thank you for coming to the open house, which is a virtual open house at Rocky River High School. I am a biology teacher here at Rocky River High School, as well as the science department chair. If you are watching this virtual open house video, that means your child is either in my standard biology class or my honors biology class. And so the purpose of this video is to just take you briefly through an overview of the expectations and the information that you'll need to have to help your child have a great semester. So getting started, I do want you to know that I am located in A107. That's the lower A hall. Going down that A hall, A107. I'm going to share my screen with you all. To an information page. So before I get all the way into it and start talking, I do want you to know that everything that I'm saying to you, you can find right here on my page. You can either go to it using this QR code, or you can go to it going to bit.ly /Burse with a capital B and biology with a capital B. It is case sensitive. So either type it in or you can scan that QR code. So once you do that, it should take you to this part right here. As you can see that this date right here is from the actual open house that we had last Thursday. So this is the same information. If you were there, you will see the same information right here. So basically, when your child comes into either honors biology or standard biology, they will have a digital agenda as well as the agenda that's going to be written on the board. The purpose is to make sure that they can get that information if they're not in class, or see it as they're walking in and get prepared for what we're going to do in class. So usually they'll see their daily assignments. It's going to be listed here. It's going to be listed on Canvas, and it's going to be listed on my whiteboard as they walk in. I will ask you before you close this virtual open house for my class completely out, please take a moment to click on this link right here. It'll take you to a form, and on that form, you fill out the information for yourself as well as your child, so that I can get to know you a little better and hopefully provide you with a more individualized academic experience for biology or honors biology. I also have my contact info up here on that page. When you click on that link, you should be taken directly to a page that I'll show you in just a moment. Usually when the students are seeing their daily agenda, that daily agenda will have different links on here, as well as their links to their assignments. They will be over on the right-hand side. They will see links within the actual daily agenda. And then they will also see a Zoom link. And that Zoom link is for them if they are not physically able to be in my classroom. They can still click on that Zoom link and join the class and do the assignments on Canvas so they don't get behind. So what you will need for my class. The first and foremost, and I don't mind being completely transparent on this one, you must have a mask on. And I know that there are some who are a bit sensitive about this subject, but this one has to be a non-negotiable for me. So the must, even though CMS says it, Rocky River is supporting what CMS says, you must wear that mask over your nose and your mouth. So please let your child know that when they are specifically in my class, I will redirect them to put that mask over their nose and over their mouth. I'll give them 3 reminders. And then on that, after that 3rd reminder, I'll have to ask them to attend the class via Zoom from another classroom. This is important to me because the reason that I'm able to come to school and teach in front of the students is if I adhere to this strict policy. I don't mind letting you all know that I'm going through chemotherapy, and chemo uh, obviously drops your immune system to a very, very low, minimal level. And so I need all the help I can get with my students, making sure that they are extra cautious as far as what's going on with their mask. I will have probably 2 or 3 masks on. But in order for me to be able to do my job without getting sick very easily, I just need them to comply with that one. So the next thing I need you all to make sure that your child comes to my class with is a willingness to learn. Now, biology is one of the few state exams that are still around. And so it is an EOC, an end of course exam. Remember, that's different from the EOG, which that is just all about the grade. The EOC, you have to pass this particular state exam to pass biology. So they'll take it at the end of the semester. And of course, I will teach them what they need to know to pass this. But in addition to learning that just to pass the exam, they will also learn what biology actually really means for them. Biology is a study of life. And to me, it's very important that they actually get to understand their bodies and the world around them. So they will study everything from how sperm and egg are made to fertilization to how the virus keeps mutating to their own mutations in their body that gets passed down genetically, or a mutation that's created because of something they're exposed to in the environment. So we're going to make this learning personal all throughout the semester. If you all feel like something is too personal, that is obviously up to your discretion, and you can go as deep as you want your child to go, or keep it on the peripheral. But I do want them to learn what all of this means, and not just for a test. I want them to be able to see what the impact is with certain diseases, mutations that are both good and bad, the impact that we have on our environment, which still impacts us. So we have that whole little circle going on as well. So my goal is to make sure they understand what the study of life actually is. Of course, they will need a Chromebook. I don't have chargers, unfortunately, so they do need to make sure they come with their Chromebook either charged or bring their own charger. I usually say it's really good for them to have a notebook in case they need to jot down little extra things. When I am going over certain notes, I will pass out actual physical paper copies of notes where they can have a fill in the blank kind of guided note so they can refer back to it. They will also have a digital notebook where they can keep their notes and go back and review. So some like to review it on paper, some like to review it straight from their phone or their Chromebook, and whichever one that they like, I'm completely with it. As far as cell phones go, my cell phone policy, I locked mine up, and I expected the students to keep theirs completely out of sight. During the last 10 to 15 minutes, if we have time left and we've been working diligently, then I will allow them to go ahead and bring out their cell phone in case they need to put a reminder in it and whatever else they do in those last 10 to 15 minutes. That will not be on a daily basis. That will be if we can get through our assignments and we've been working diligently. I do not expect to see the cell phone during class, and I will go ahead and reiterate that at the very beginning of class. And as I lock mine away, I will ask them to lock theirs away as well. I do want them to have a pen or pencil, of course, something to write with, markers or colored pencils, glue sticks, all of those things I will try to have on hand until I run out. But I will try to keep it to a minimum of sharing. I'm hoping to give them little individual bags or Ziploc bags that they can keep their material in and not have to share. But I do like sometimes doing hands-on presentations where they're drawing or coloring something in, cutting it out, and then posting it, of course, on the walls on the outside of the classroom. That's just an old school thing for me. I've been teaching 32 years, and so I don't mind reverting back to the old school ways of a nice presentation. Most of our stuff will be done on Canvas, online, using everything from Edpuzzle to Gizmos and things like that. But there's going to be a few things that we'll do using the glue sticks and then the markers and colored pencils and so on. So here's my information. Again, my name is Mrs. Burse, Science Department Chair, Science Teacher. We have my email address in front of you, but my class has an Instagram. And so if your child says they're on Instagram for my class and they can show you, they're telling the truth. I don't have this Instagram for getting followers. I have this strictly for my students. I post quick reviews on there, as well as posting updates in case I need to throw a quick update out to them, even though I may email it. I also give them information that may be relevant to something that's going on at school. And so again, they can follow me. I do not follow my students back. There's some things I just need to go ahead and leave in the dark. And then if you need to contact me, there is a Google Voice number that I can send you if you request via email, and you can call me or text me on that phone number. So usually this is something I tell my students on the very first day of class. The average male makes 300 million sperm a day. That's 300 million sperm ready to go find one egg. And what is not made usually gets recycled. Not sure if you knew you went green with that one. So I always tell them, remember when you're feeling worthless, that you were once the quickest sperm cell. That means you beat out all of those millions of other sperm cells and you found the egg, unless you're a fraternal twin and there's 2 eggs out there. You found the egg, and that means you started out a winner. So we want to keep that winning going. If you all have any questions, please remember you can always contact me at my email address. You can request that Google Voice number. You also can follow us on at Burse's class. If you would, please make sure that you put your child's name whenever you send me a request so that I know to add you. Again, I don't add people for the numbers because I'm not interested in being verified. I do this strictly to help my students learn a little bit quicker. I have not made that transition to TikTok, although my students have asked me. Again, before you go, please make a quick stop over here at this student parent info and fill out the information that's on that form. I believe we're going to have a successful semester. I will keep you in the loop, and when your child is doing great, I will make sure I brag on them. And when I'm concerned about something, I'll do my best to keep you in the loop on that as well. And please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you again for coming to our virtual open house. And let's get started on Wednesday. It's going to be a great year at the Rock.